We are taught that by the time you reach your late 50s, the foundation of your life has set like concrete. You put in the decades, follow the rules, and earn a permanent shield against the chaos of starting over. But that equation is a lie. For 58-year-old Madeleine, that shield was 30 years of quiet, invisible work. Every morning at 5:30, she woke up to work in a small downtown sewing workshop. She wasn't wealthy, but she paid her rent on time and trusted that modesty and routine guaranteed a quiet retirement. Then came a Tuesday morning phone call. Before her breakfast tea even cooled, her boss delivered the final sentence. The orders had dried up, and the workshop was permanently closing. It takes 30 years to build an entire lifetime of stability, but it takes exactly 10 seconds for an external force, completely outside of your control, to erase it. In the immediate aftermath, the hardest part is the silence. Madeleine's body still woke her at 5:30 out of pure ingrained habit. At now, she simply sat in a chair and watched the walls, with absolutely nowhere to go. Without an income, her minimal savings, already depleted over the years by helping her children and covering medical emergencies, vanished. A standard utility bill or a week's groceries rapidly mutated into immediate existential threats. She tried to find work, but the market math was brutal. At 58, her 3 decades of meticulous experience were entirely obsolete, outpaced by faster machines and a surplus of cheaper, younger labor. The math eventually caught up. 3 sharp knocks on her door delivered an eviction warning from her landlord. Isolated in an emptying apartment, she spent her nights selling off her furniture piece by piece, trading fragments of her life for a few more days of shelter. This is the vacuum of zero. It is the terrifying state where financial capital, societal leverage, and time have completely evaporated. When the safety nets fail, you are forced into a harsh reality. You must figure out how to survive without waiting for a miracle. Exhausted and entirely out of options, Madeleine sat on a park bench next to a young man reading a book. On the cover, a single, absurdly simple phrase caught her eye: 1% better every day. She asked him what it meant. The stranger offered a deeply counterintuitive premise. Escaping rock bottom does not require a massive injection of cash or a sudden stroke of luck. It demands a relentless commitment to microscopic shifts in behavior. This graph maps 2 distinct trajectories over a single year. If you stay exactly where you are, you follow the flat baseline. But if you execute a daily 1% improvement, it creates an exponential curve. In the short term, that tiny daily fraction is completely invisible. Over a year, it compounds into a mathematically distinct reality. By day 365, you are looking at a chasm between who you were and who you've become. Tiny, consistent variables dictate entirely different endpoints. Madeleine pointed out the obvious flaw. How do you compound a percentage of nothing? She had no money, she had no tools, and no starting capital. The stranger's answer was simple. When your financial capital hits zero, your only remaining asset is human agency. You shrink the starting line even smaller, shifting the compounding engine entirely to the micro actions and skills you already possess. That evening, Madeleine made a choice. The next morning, she woke up at 5:30, not out of passive habit, but with absolute intention. She sat at her small table, opened her old sewing kit, and worked for exactly 1 hour. She applied the math directly to her needlework. She didn't try to launch a grand business. She simply looked for a 1% margin, securing a tighter stitch, selecting a more durable thread, or creating a cleaner finish than the day before. Those microscopic details accumulated into undeniable quality. A localized, organic network formed. Neighbors noticed the craftsmanship and began knocking on her door, asking her to repair a dress or adjust a coat. Just as the momentum started to build, she hit a severe roadblock. Her small inventory of spare fabric ran out, and the cost of buying raw textiles in bulk was wildly out of reach. The engine was about to stall. A month prior, this would have crushed her, but the 1% framework forces a specific cognitive pivot. Instead of freezing in panic, she asked what single tiny action she could execute with the few coins left in her pocket. She walked to the central market and purchased heavily worn, discarded clothing for pennies. Returning to her apartment, she systematically dismantled the old garments. upcycling the reclaimed fabric into highly detailed, elegant bags. Severe constraints act as a powerful catalyst for innovation. By refusing to stop, the framework forced her to view society's discarded liabilities as the exact raw materials she needed to forge high-value assets. A year of these microscopic iterations rebuilt her world. Each high-quality bag led to a referral, and each referral funded a better tool or a fresh batch of materials. She moved past mere survival. She had built a predictable, self-sustaining system that eliminated her financial terror. Yet the most vital transformation happened out of sight. She was no longer an invisible, discarded worker waiting for a paycheck. She had reclaimed her dignity and forged an identity as an empowered creator. Returning to that same park bench a year later, she found the young man and thanked him. She had proven that the abstract mathematics of compounding habits translate into cold, hard physical reality. But as he closed his book, he offered one final, clarifying truth. The momentum doesn't come from the 1% itself. The weight of the change is located entirely in the unbroken, relentless chain of execution. True resilience requires abandoning the paralyzing myth of the overnight miracle. Survival, growth, and success are built simply by identifying today's microscopic improvement, executing it, and waking up to repeat the exact same process tomorrow. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, hit subscribe, and share this video to make sure you see the next installment.